Hi everybody, this is Linda Hicks with Scrap Stars Paper Crafting, and I have something really fun to show you. Not only do I have some really cute cards to show you, but I have some templates that are in your catalog. So let me show you where you can find them, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. And there we go. All right. Okay, so on page 14 of the new mini Christmas catalog that just came out September 5th. And I know many of you guys have it. If you go to page 14, you will see there are some layout templates. And also they have 5 card templates. And because it's Christmas time, you're going to need those Christmas tags. They got some really cute Christmas tag templates. So I just wanted to point that out to you, but there is something else that they haven't done that I can remember, and that is on page 42. And it's showcasing this really pretty, let's see if that light will not glare so much. I guess I can't get, oh, there we go. They're showcasing this really pretty suite for fall, and it is Autumn Tulle is the suite collection. And what they are doing is they showed you or gave you a one-sheet wonder. Now in this, they also had some techniques that they did with the cards, but I'm going to show you this one-sheet wonder really quickly here by cutting it up for you and letting you see how easy peasy it is. And then I'm going to show you the cards that I made with this paper. So I took a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and so then I'm going to just cut it up and 4 by 4 inches. So 3 times 4 here. Let's move this up. There we go. So 4 inches here, and then I'm going to go 4 inches again. So you have 3 sets of 4 inches. And then my last piece is 4 inches as well. All right, so if I follow the template, my first piece is going to be cut at the size of a card, but not the total card. You want it, because it's 4 inches, you're going to have a little bit of a frame. So it's going to be at 5 1/4. Then my second piece is going to be at 5 1/4 also. And then my third piece is going to be 1 1/2 inches by 4. So those are going to go for some cards here. Then my next layer, let me bring this back in so you can see. My next layer, which will be the center layer, will be 3 inches. Here we go, cut. Put that in my pile. The next one will be 5 1/4. And that's going to leave me with this one that is 3 3/4. And then my last piece, the last of the 3 pieces on there. So we've cut number 1, number 2. Now this is number 3 of the 4 inch by 12 piece. I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. And 5 1/4. And that is going to leave me with a 1 1/2 inch piece. So now I just need to divide them up into what the cards I'm going to do. So these 2 pieces, I'm going to, this one card, this is card number 5, will have 1 like this and 2 of the smaller ones. So I'm going to set that aside. And let me show you the card I made with that. This is card number 5. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to set this aside. Then the next card that I have here that's laying here is card number 4. I didn't put them in any order. And that is going to be this piece and this piece. And what I did was I just flipped it over, and then I used a big die on it to cut out the circle. And so I made this really pretty card. Now I did have to add some extra green cardstock and some cardstock for my sentiment. But isn't that pretty? Didn't that turn out nice? Okay, so then we're going to move on to, let's go to card number 1. Because in each of these cards, they also introduce to you a technique. And this is my card number 1. And what I did was just take the flip side of this piece. And you can see that this is darker. Let me bring it up so you can see a little better. This is darker than this one. And that is because I used a blending brush. So on this page, on page 42, they're asking you to use a blending brush. And let me show you what they did with their card. Okay, their card was this material, this right here. And what they did is they used the blending brush. So see how light that is? And then they turned it, the background, to be a little darker. So they were just showing you that you can get a lot of different effects with paper by just doing a simple technique to change it. So that is mine. I used a very light cream ink and just blended it across that to make it a little darker. And you can see the difference right here. Okay, so that's that one. Then card number 2 is this one. It's just a simple card. Now on this one they had a technique. I did not do the technique, but they wanted you to outline some of your bigger elements with a marker. And I did not do that, but I think it turned out really pretty anyway. Okay, and then our last 2 cards. This card, the technique was to cut something out of the paper. Well, I didn't have any really large thing to cut out. So what I did, and I'm bringing this way up, I used an embossing folder for this side, and then I used one of my die cuts, and you can see it has this pattern on the side. So it kind of matches that card that they provided, but I changed it a little bit to for which the stuff that I had to use. Okay, and the last card, which I really love, is this one. And I actually used that die cut again on this really pretty paper, and then just put my sentiment there with a little bit of twine behind it. And now I have 6 gorgeous cards that I made. Let's see if we can find that last one. It's buried under the papers. Here we go. That last 6 gorgeous cards that I made out of 1 sheet of designer series paper and a little bit of extra cardstock that I had laying around. So I wanted to point out to you that so that you could try it, and you might even want to try some of these techniques. They're pretty easy and fun to do. So it's all up to you, but I hope that this helped you. And I was going to tell you too, anyone that spends $25 with me on my site this month, I will send you the cutting guide for this 1 sheet wonder. So, okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.